I subconsciously lost my Australian accent by doing too many impersonations when I was a kid and a teen. I was born in Australia, just like my parents. My dad has a voice that reminds everyone of Steve Irwin. Growing up in rural Australia, I was surrounded by the typical accents of my community. But I became obsessed with American TV. It was all I watched, and eventually, I started mimicking the accents for fun. At primary school, my impersonations were a hit. Everyone loved it, and I got a lot of attention. I could do Texas accents, Boston accents, California Valley Girl accents, and even New Yorker accents. In the early 2000s, in rural Australia, this was a big deal. I entertained my classmates by switching up my voice. When I reached high school, I got involved in musicals. My school viewed my accents as a gift, which led to me landing lead roles in productions. Now, at 26, people constantly ask me, why do you talk like that? I've developed a full-blown Northern American accent, mixed with random Southern and Aussie twangs. It feels like a curse. Recently, I started a new job, and my colleagues debated whether I was from Canada or America. I've never even set foot in either country. They joked about placing bets, and didn't believe me when I insisted I'm a full Aussie. Even my parents pointed out. I often notice people laughing when I switch between 3 accents in a single sentence without realizing it. I truly don't notice. Certain words come out sounding very Californian, while others slip into a Southern drawl. Looking back at old videotapes from when I was 5, I sounded just like my parents, typical bogan Aussie. Now, I'm just a strange fusion of accents. It feels like a curse, though maybe a funny one. It's always a conversation starter, which has its perks. I was diagnosed with autism at 12, and my therapist thinks my accent changes might be connected to that. I practiced American accents so much as a child that it altered my real accent as an adult. Now, I have this blend of Texan, Californian, and Aussie that feels so far from who I used to be.